Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing Dawn of Hope Control or Dawn Control. And what we're doing here, so we have Dawn of Hope, which is a 2 mana enchantment, 1 and a white. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. So a lot of card draw on this one, and then you can pay 4 to create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. That's very, very important because that's what we're trying to do. It's a soldier, and so we have our Radiant Destiny, which we're going to put on soldiers. So our Dawn of Hope soldiers keep getting bigger. We also have the Immortal Sun, which will stop, Golgari, a lot of the Jeskai control decks as well. With our planeswalkers and draws cards, but also our soldiers get bigger. And then Path of Discovery, kind of doing the same thing, making sure we're drawing into our cards. It can pump the soldiers whenever it enters, and just kind of gets bigger. So we have the same idea here with March of the Multitudes as well. So our big win conditions, or actually our only win conditions, is March of the Multitudes and Dawn of Hope. Otherwise, we're just playing some control. So we are playing our Conclave Tribunals, our Ixalan's Binding. The initial deck, I actually kind of stole this from another person. I changed it up and kind of made it my own though. But so they did have 4 Ixalan's Binding, so you could go that way. I liked Conclave Tribunal just because we were already playing so many creatures kind of along the way that I felt like it was worth having one of. Especially because if someone Ixalan's Binding's your binding, I just lose all of that removal. So I like to have at least one other one there. But otherwise, Settle the Wreckage, Golden Demise, a lot of just removal, Revitalize the Drawn to Stuff, our Murder, and Russ's Contempts. And yeah, this deck's fun. We have the Cleansing Nova, and we're totally fine wiping our board as well, like at least all of our creatures, because we can just keep bringing them back with Dawn of Hope. So along the way, we need to get to our mana, and that's where Path of Discovery is important, is because we're only running 23 with this. I actually went up one from who I saw it from. I think it was MTG Original Decks. He had this deck, and he was running 22 lands. I feel like that was just a little too low from what I was running. And so anyway, so we went up one. I could probably go up to another one as well, but it's been working for me, especially with all the draw. But that's also the thing. You want to have mana so you can actually draw. So I don't know. This is kind of... I'm not sure about the mana base here, but let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how it goes. Wish me luck, and yeah, here we go. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. Alright, we're up against Matthias, SOG. Bring it on. And, Fountain of Renewal, Ixalan's Binding, Murder. We don't actually have the mana for Murder. I'm going to keep this just on the strength of our land. Lanor. Well, oh, I guess we do. We'll have the enter tapped. Fountain of Renewal would be good on turn 1. I probably should have played the planes there just because it would have been fine there. So definitely should have played the planes first in Fountain of Renewal, but I didn't want to pay the 2 for that. Alright, well, now we... Fountain of Renewal. We drew so many lands here. Yep, Overgrown Tomb tapped. And they can play something really big really quick. Down to 17. Well, Ixalan's Binding doesn't look as good at this point. We're probably just going to hold up this Murder and then maybe draw just to find something other than land here. Because we've drawn all land with 23 lands on this deck, which is not a lot. Yep, take our beats. We're fine. I'm okay taking these 2 here and there. Now we will draw. So we're going to draw. If we find a Dawn of Hope, I'll be a little frustrated. Well, more land. And well, at least it's not land. We already have that. Let's go ahead and Sun Petal Grove. And Ixalan's Binding isn't as good because they've already played 2 of them, and I'm not even sure. I think they play the full playset, but it's not going to be amazing. The biggest issue is if we run up against Carnage Tyrant. Like that, we need to find a Cleansing Nova for. But taking 2 here and there, we're okay with this. Down to 14. Do we just murder one of these guys to get him off land? I mean, let's keep some... Man. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fire off one of these. We have so much removal in this deck that I need to start using something. Alright, murder. Bring him down to a 14 turn clock there. Arch of Araska. Tap Arch of Araska, Fountain of Renewal. And pass the turn. And we'll see, we'll see. Alright, finds their Llanowar. Alright, that's fine. They just must have like all land hand as well or something. And maybe a couple of finds, but they just don't have any creatures to go find? I don't know. Such a weird deck. They're using the Llanowar to pay for it as well. We're not going to use any more removal on these guys, at least for a while, because they're only doing 1 damage now with the Fountain of Renewal. I'm not going to draw because this is one of our main ways to be drawing. There we go. All right, so let's see here. So, yep, Dawn of Hope. Then we'll play the Woodland Cemetery. And pass the turn. And if we don't Verasa's Contempt anything, we can create a token. Jade-Lat Ranger. That we might Ixalan's Binding. So I'm not sure I want to Verasa's Contempt it just yet. And they got 2 more lands. This guy must be flooding hard right now. And now our Dawn of Hope actually blocks it. They might just have a bunch of removal as well. So we'll see. No blocks. We're going to take it. Down to 13. Yeah, we will definitely start drawing because we need to get our card advantage going. Spin black, that's fine. Conclave Tribunal. And another Fountain of Renewal. Well, we will play Plains, Fountain of Renewal. And let's go ahead and Binding this Ranger. And I'm okay taking our hits from this Llanowar Elves at the moment. Alright, they've Ross's Contempt it so they can play more. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and swing in to gain some life back. Down to 15, or up to 15. Alright, next turn we can draw 2, and can we still play stuff? As long as we pay for the Overgrown Tomb, so... yeah, probably, we'll do it. Opponent skips it up. I mean, they were running very poorly there, it looked like. So, yeah, we'll take that victory because we'll take any victory at this point. Alrighty, here we are against Jason Girk. Bring it on, Jason. And let's do this madness. We have Cast Down. We don't have our mana for Dawn of Hope. We're playing first. I'm going to keep this. Leaving the heart of the cards, we're gonna find white mana when it matters. So Overgrown tapped, but this gives us so much removal if we draw into any land, which is what we need to do. There's Llanowar. We will cast that down. All right, Isolated Chapel. It says come in untapped, right? Yeah, there we go. And yeah, we'll cast that down. Another Llanowar. And if they don't play land, then we're absolutely alright. This time, I'm not sure we kill the Llanowar. Maybe we do. There's just so many other things that we need to make sure we have answers for as well. Which I guess we just keep drawing the right things to make that happen. Yeah, let's go ahead and murder this guy. You dead. You dead, son. And our land is looking great right now. I'm liking it. Now we just need more good removal. Jade Light comes in. Sure. Alright, now we have Ross's Contempts online. Do we Dawn of Hope here? I'm okay taking the 3. I'm not planning on hitting this Jade Light at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and Dawn of Hope and pass the turn. I would love to find Fountain of Renewal or something to actually make it start working. Ooh, Venerated locks it on. Well, we will Binding... I think we Binding the Jade Light Ranger. I just have a feeling there's going to be more of those. So Binding the Ranger, it has more value altogether too. Like, this is a 4/4, and it does, you know, come out pretty easily with a lot of big stuff. But all right, there's a Tristani. Now I'm kind of wishing we had held on to it. Down to 15. Yep. All right, Sun Petal Grove, and we will Ross's Contempt. Actually, we'll wait a turn. We might have to hit this Loxodon just so we don't take as big of a hit. Now yeah, let's hit the Loxodon. Tristani is big and it's bad, but like, I don't know. We also need to make sure we're keeping track of our life total. So, Cleansing Nova is what we want here. Nope, no go. Do we need to pay the 2 life to draw a card? Do we take 5 then, and we're down so low. But we have to draw into a Cleansing Nova, I believe. So we're going to pay 2 life, gain 2 life, and pay 2 to draw a card. There's a Cleansing Nova. All right, so now we're hoping they overcommit. Down to 7. Please play something else. Carnage Tyrant. That's a great thing to Cleansing Nova. Fantastic thing to Cleansing Nova. Alright. March of Multitudes isn't bad either. Alright, so Cleansing Nova. Destroy all creatures. Not my artifacts. They have 2 cards in hand. So, we're in okay shape now, I believe. Right? There's a Golden Demise. So I think what we do is March of Multitudes. Now we just pass the turn, actually, I think. Be able to start drawing cards. We could March of the Multitudes here for 3. Either way, we're going to do it on their end step. So we can get 3 and play Radiant Destiny and at least start swinging in. That way we have some lifelinkers to be getting with this Dawn of Hope. So, all right, pass to my turn. We are going to March of Multitudes for 3. We have another one to draw into. We have a lot of good things drawn to, but we have to get our draw engine going here. So, all right, there's the Plains. So this way we can still draw 2 off of this these lifelinkers. But Radiant Destiny, gain us back some life on Soldier. Swing in. And do they have removal here? Settle the Wreckage. Well, Settle Wreckage we're actually okay with as well because we love land right now. Although we don't have a lot of basics. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. So not a lot of basics, but yeah, pass the turn, wait till their end step, create a token. All right, go to my turn. And go to combat, swing in. Gain some life back. Pay 2. Path of Discovery is amazing. And we're going to go ahead and get down land. The biggest thing is because if I draw another land, I actually want to be up on land because it helps out so much with our deck. So pass the turn. And then we will Dawn of Hope. And opponent scoops it up. All right, perfect. Well, that is how this deck is supposed to work. Cleansing Nova... Actually, I'm glad it came out a little bit later because I probably would have spent it before the Carnage Tyrant. Just knowing myself, I'm a little too impatient. I really need to build a deck around this card here. Grand Warlord Rada, I actually love it. Once Gruul comes out, it might jump into a few decks. All right, Bong Ripper, 420. Bring it on. Dawn of Hopes, Revitalize, and a Cleansing Nova. I like it. Pretty slow lands, though. I probably should have looked at that, but I was thinking we had one Temple Garden, but not so, not so. Plains, all right. Ooh, more slow lands, even worse. Well, we are going to be revitalizing, I think, to find something quicker here. What are we up against? Sunpetal Grove, and the one thing is that if we draw into untapped land, then we could actually draw 2 off this Revitalize. So let's go ahead and Dawn of Hope. Since they're not committing anything to the board at the moment, I feel like we can play a little bit slower. It's not as scary at the moment. What are you playing, sir? Mountain and Legion Warboss. Well, this Cleansing Nova needs to come quick. Or a black source for Ross's Contempt. Because this guy can get out of hand. Fountain of Renewal. Well, Sunpetal Grove. Fountain of Renewal. And pass the turn. We're just going to revitalize for hoping for land. Untap land for... I mean, I guess we could hold off a little bit. There's a Shalai. Well, we're going to revitalize. There's an untapped land. How many turns can we take our beats? Yep, they mentor, do a bunch of damage. We have Cleansing Nova. We only have the 2 Cleansing Novas in this deck. That is an issue. Decline. I think we're just going to have to go for it, though. So, Cleansing Nova. We only really get 2 cards worth of creatures there. 2 good ones, but only 2. We need to draw a black source, so I'm probably going to draw off of this Dawn of Hope. So that's one other thing. I think that this could use one more. Ooh. Demanding Dragon. Yeah, pay 1 and pay 2. If we draw Black Source, then we can Ross's Contempt. Alright, there we go. Oh, can we actually play it untapped, though? I don't think so. No, we cannot. Alright, so we're going to Dawn of Hope and Fountain of Renewal. They can swing in for 5. But we need to start drawing, looking for Cleansing Novas. Right, History of Benalian. We can also Ross's Contempt, so I'm okay with paying on this turn. So yeah, gain 2 back. Pay 1, pay 2. I don't think we can afford... Oh, man, do we pay for the other one? Because now we have just Revitalize. We can gain 5, they're doing 7. We just have to hit another Cleansing Nova at this point. Or a Settle. We also have Cast Down to draw into. There's a couple other things we can draw. There's a Murder, which now we have to pay the life to murder. Decline. We still have our draw for turn. There we go. We have to pay for that too. Well. We pay 2 and dodge 3 damage, so we do it. Let's hope they don't have an Assure here. Down to 9, so we are very, very low. This Fountain of Renewal will at least trade off with this next turn. Kinjali Sunwing. That actually can be pretty bad for us. Down to 7. Alright, we're going to draw 1 off of this. Try to hit Cleansing Nova. We die to the History of Benalia. So decline, hope it's on the top. Decline, decline. Ixalan's Binding is interesting. Alright, so Woodland Cemetery. Do we have enough to still revitalize here? So I can hit the History of Benalia, but then I take quite a bit of damage. That actually is pretty good still, though. So Ixalan's Binding, History of Benalia. Pass the turn, we will revitalize. Heroic Reinforcements, I think, kills us. Although Revitalize, I think, keeps us out of that way as well. Swing in, we will revitalize. Yep, can't draw. Down to 6. Alright, up to 8. Pay 1, pay 2. We do have a land here, so let's see. So we can draw 1. If we're going for Cleansing Nova, we have 1 more draw available. 2. Alright, March of Multitudes isn't terrible. Decline. Decline. Radiant Destiny. Alright, so Isolated Chapel. Verasa's Contempt. The Sunwing. I mean, I guess the issue is Sunwing stops our soldiers from actually being able to block here. But that buys us 2 more turns. Actually, it buys us 5 turns because we keep gaining life back. I guess 4 technically because they're ahead of us on that clock. Alright. Down to 6. So we gain life. I'm going to decline on these ones and have just a big March of the Multitudes on their end step. Although Heroic Reinforcement still kills us. Golden Demise isn't bad. Can we do that and still create a token? We can. So let's just do that. So, Soldier. Golden Demise. And pass turn, on their end step, we create a Soldier. Alright, well this is looking great. They have to start playing something now. They've kind of been not committing to the board just because I think they've been worried about stuff. They might just have a bunch of removal as well. Alright, pass to my turn. These actually have Vigilance, so the March of Multitudes gets stronger. Decline. We're going to decline. They probably have us Settle the Wreckage. Hopefully not a Cleansing Nova. Decline. I mean, if it was Banefire, I think they would have used it already. Yep, decline. Alright, untapped land is amazing. We go to combat, we swing in. Hopefully they think it's a Silhouette and try to tap down when it doesn't tap. Alright, gain life. Up to 12, so now I'm feeling pretty safe. Decline. Decline. And stop on their end step, pass the turn. And now, I don't know how we really lose. We still have another March of Multitudes to draw into. We're fine with that. So we lose 1 token here, but we dodge a board wipe if they try for it. Alright, there's a Vanguard. Alright, pass. Wait till the end step. All right, now end step, we go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. X11. All right, or was it... I think I was counting these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 11. There we go. All right, well, 16 power on the board. Pass to my turn. They do have Settle the Wreckage up, so we are not going to swing in just yet with everything. I'm just going to commit like 4 at a time. Then we can keep creating more tokens. If they actually if they settle for that many, we only have the one more land, I think, to get back. Or wait, was that last game? That was last game. We have 3 more lands, I think, to go find. We don't have a lot of basics. We will pay here. Settle the Wreckage. Okay. All right, Exelon's Binding. And now we want to make sure we can at least have some tokens up and this Binding, I think, for Vanguard. So we're just going to decline here. All right, Arch of Erazka is awesome. Go to combat, swing in. I guess I should have Binding first, but I actually kind of want him to pay the 4 here and block. See if they settle. But we start gaining so much life here. It's pretty awesome. They could have a Deafening Clarion or something like that. All right, just a strike to one of them. We still gain the life. And I think we're actually going to draw here instead. So, draw and draw. And we'll take some black mana now. So that we have 2 of each. There's Cleansing Nova. Alright, next. Down to 10. We will decline all of these. Because I do want a Binding this Vanguard. He could also have another History of Benalia in hand. I guess that's something that... I've been wondering why he's not playing a lot, but that's a very big possibility. Alright, so Ixalan's Binding. Vanguard. Pass the turn. And working really well so far. I am liking this deck. Varric's Bladewing. Kicked. And that doesn't stop it. That actually means that we have victory now. I mean, I guess they can... Yeah, they kill one of them, and we don't quite have victory, but... Alright. So we need another way to pump these guys. That's what we're looking for now. Alright, that also works. Anything else we want? We'll go drawing for one more. We already have victory, though, so we're going to stop there. All right, so cast down, decline for that one. Man, I was looking for another way to pump these guys just because it would be fun. All right, but murder, kill the Bladewing, I guess. Cast down doesn't kill that guy. Go to combat, swing in, and we have lethal. Is opponent going to time me out? All right, so roped out at 3 timeouts, and yes, we finally win. Alrighty. All right, so that was Dawn of Hope or Dawn Control, and finally got the Immortal Suns out in the last game there, and super, super fun. And I wish I could take credit for this one, but it actually goes to MTG Original Decks channel. I did alter it. I think I changed like 5 cards here and there, just kind of the numbers around. More lands was the big one. I think it absolutely needed it because like the biggest thing is I would probably even go up to 25 with this deck, and you can maybe cut some other stuff. But it's a fun deck altogether. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.